Hello and a very warm welcome to Åland. We're ready, set and good to go here. It's the fourth time we've been to this beautiful set of islands in the middle of the Baltic Sea. It is the Swatch World Tour returning with the women's semi-finals about to get underway. Hello, welcome to Cedar Court FIVB Beach Volleyball Swatch World Tour. Back into open play now. The final double gender event of the season coming up next week in The Hague. We're here though with this joint Sweden and Finland hosting event. And the people who have made their way out into the middle of the Baltic Sea today have had to be treated to a repeat of what was last year's final at this event. It's Brazil versus China. Brazil strangely today wearing red. Juliana and Larissa back in the semis after their let's say poor performance in Klagenfurt. 9th they took there, and they're playing under skies that are now partly cloudy, but it's nice and warm enough. There's a bit of a breeze in the air. 19 degrees Celsius, feels a little bit warmer down there on the sand. It has been beautiful sunny weather though all afternoon. Plenty of supporters in, enjoyed a wonderful three-setter with the Swedish men involved against Italy. The passage to the quarterfinals, they didn't quite make it. Brazil have made it, as per usual. They have two teams in this women's final four. Juliana Felisberta da Silva was number one for the red-clad Brazil team today. Larissa Xue is now 29. 1m74, hoping to get back to her best after that 9th place in Klagenfurt. Xue was a winner here last year, 22 years of age now, the blocker in this partnership with Xue, who really hasn't shown the same sort of form in defence this tour as we saw towards the end of last season when they were victorious in the final against Brazil. Quick chance to meet the referees. Krzysztof Wojcicki is from Poland, and he'll be assisted by Stefan Demitriev of Bulgaria. Players being introduced to the crowd on the court. Late afternoon here, just gone 5:30 in the afternoon. Now the sun's gone in, getting a little bit more nippy. Good to see the crowd stayed out. They're about to be treated to what is one of the classics of beach volleyball the last few years. We've seen it on numerous occasions this season, but there's yet to be a win for this Chinese team since they last played Brazil in the final here. The last time they beat Juliana Larissa, of course, the newly crowned world champions, was on this very centre court. I say this very centre court. We've moved up around 100 metres from where we've been over the last few years. Right in front of the hosting hotel here, the Archipelago. But we have our usual cheerleaders around. No Swedish or Finnish teams to cheer on in this women's final four. China, Brazil and the USA. It all gets underway here. We'll get set, ready and go in Åland for our fourth women's tournament. Brazil losers of the toss, they will serve first. Here comes Larissa Xue. Set wide to Larissa. Nice cut shot. Good point, put on serve straight away by Brazil. China failing to side out the first ast. Larissa again, float serving, going a little long. You could hear the roar of angst as it went way beyond the deep line. Xue will now serve. Left-handed as usual, just a float serve. Was jump serving here last year when China did get the better of this Brazilian team, as Juliana gets the better yet again and sides out quite nicely. Nice high setting from Larissa. Usually wins the best setter award. It's about this time of year when all the votes begin to be cast. The Peers Awards. Xue will rise to attack this one. Chance for Brazilian counter-attack. And then it's well dug out by the Chinese. And it's poked home beyond Juliana as Larissa shows her angst for the first time. Not taking it long. 2-2. Was the first bit of defending. Nicely done. Wasn't enough to win them the point though. Don't serve long from Xue. Larissa into the net. Well, exchange of points here early doors. Both sides keen to have a look at each other. Last time they met was a few weeks ago in Stadia Blanca in Poland. More about that match in a minute. This is Zhang Xue though. Once again, Juliana the target. Goes on the poke, chance for China to counter-attack here though. It's done quite nicely. Off the block of Juliana, she couldn't repel it the other way. 4-3 China at the first side change. Here's the left-handed attack again, just about squeezing it in. Brazil looking to side out, unbeaten this week. China have been beaten already, once by Talita Antonelli, and in straight sets. Sent into the losers bracket and had to overcome yet another match. 5-3 as there's a net touch from Larissa. Juliana once again the target of the Chinese serve. They have a game plan. She's reacting fairly nicely. Still within a point.
Juliana servar, chans i kvittering.
Larissa now looking to attack down the line. Nicely read. Zhang Xue is there. Oh, Larissa going again, but way behind the line. The pass, not a good one. Brazil on the back foot all the way through there.
It's 6-4 to China, 6-4 to China.
So 6-4 China. Almost squeezed over there so often. You get the look of the draw and they might just have the legs to crawl over. Brazil suddenly level. Not even the end of a minute really. Error from the Chinese, backed up by another. Juliana was there. Now, chance for response. Off the block this time. This time China will get the point. They'll have the serve back and it's 7-6. Juliana trotting off, a little disappointed with herself. Had the Chinese where they wanted them. They're right in the corner. Just a little gap for them to exploit though. Just about dug out by Juliana. An unforced error gives China the lead back, 8-6 now. And I mentioned the match in Poland just a couple of weeks ago, a match that China, looking back, will really feel they should have won, as the Orlando public are treated to another meeting between two of the world's top teams. 3 sets that match in Stadia Blanca. China in control for the most part. Suddenly, inexplicably, decided to change tactics. Started serving to Larissa and she got them out of the game. Here comes Larissa. Finds space. Zhang unable to hold on. She repelled one attack, couldn't quite get the second. That was good defence in the backcourt too from Zhang Xue. This time the jump on the block didn't get anywhere near enough the right timing. So 7-8 with Juliana. Serving to Zhang Xue. Up on that left arm. Tactics worked really well. That is until there was the error from Juliana on hit. Big touch on the net there. It was bouncing around for quite a few seconds afterwards. Easy enough for the referee to give the decision. There's been some talk this week by some of the players that they're a bit disappointed with the inconsistency of some refereeing decisions, certainly as far as double touches and carrying is concerned. Christoph Wojnicki not had to call anything like that so far. Larissa hits down the line. Zhang Xue is there. Left-hander roll down. Larissa will meet, and again the space open up. Brazil not at their best. They're keeping touch with the Chinese.
First set, Larissa.
Going nicely so far. That will go into the net. It will end up quite a bit of a disappointment, really, for Brazil. Another scream of anger there from Larissa. How do you picture? Certainly audible on the effects mics. Flick serve from Zhang Xue once more. In towards Juliana. When she's failed a side out. That's why they keep serving to her. It's a tactic that worked for them in the match in Poland. And if you look at the overall head-to-head, though, it's the Brazilians that have the clear advantage. 19-1, 6 lost in their 25 previous meetings on the World Tour. Juliana the push. Zhang Xue, chance to repel and hits hard. Continues to hit right through the ball to take them to technical timeout. 12-9, advantage China as we're halfway through this first set. Crowd just settling in. See the Baltic Sea behind. A little cafe up there too. It's getting a bit windy up there. It's not deterring the enjoyment of most people. These two perhaps not enjoying it. These two at the moment certainly are. Chinese team who played in London last week, big favourites along with Jen Kessie and April Ross to win the tournament. Surprisingly, despite being second seeded in London, in what was officially classed as a challenger and satellite event, the FIVB Visa Beach Volleyball International, finished 5th, the Chinese team. Brazilian and Chinese colours in, all supporting teammates and friends. If you're just tuning in, just a reminder, China playing in white here today. Brazil in red. Don't ask us why. It's not mattering. White becoming a good colour, certainly for China. 13-9, Juliana having a bit of a nightmare here. They remember, they need to remember, to stick with their tactics when it's working for them. Where it's gone wrong in the past. Nice high set from Larissa, not an easy one to execute there. Give things not easy, it's good defending. Trying to keep themselves in the point. Larissa will look to attack. Chen Xue with the first response. Chance for a second. Zhang Xue to hit. Larissa, Chen Xue, Zhang Xue again. And finally the decision goes the way of China. A mammoth rally there. Juliana Larissa not happy with Krzysztof Wojciech. Brazil have taken time out, and it's carrying that's given against Juliana Larissa. A few perplexed faces, I can say, in the crowd after that one. Not sure if we get another look at the touch in question. Well, that's the result of the decision. They're not happy. Timeout time. Very rarely do you see them not talking to each other. But this is one of those rare occasions. Where do they go from here? Maybe it's just the oil and sand when they're playing against these two. Lost the final last year. And then proceeded to have a bit of a nightmare in the wind and rain swept Hague before they ended their season. Tour Championship had already been long confirmed. There's the double touch in question. It's quite clear. Krzysztof Wojciech had every reason to give that decision. Some will argue it was driven. You see harder driven balls. They try to make sense of it, young and old. Larissa changes the angle of the Brazilian attack, and it's nicely set up for Juliana to hit cross court. Nice effort on the angle. Here we go again, Larissa setting wide, dragging China all the way across to the line. So much space to aim. A wide of the block of Juliana. Good comeback of sorts by Brazil, but they need to complete the job here. So within 3 points now. 14-11 score. Juliana on serve. Larissa, as usual, will wait in the backcourt whilst Juliana serves and goes to have a block. Be up against the person she wants to be up against, and gets what she wanted anyway. Well, that timeout looks to have sorted her out. Great run of 3 scoring points for Brazil. Fancies her chances against Zhang Xue. Not been happening up to now, though. Here she goes again. Has her in the corner. Larissa down to the rescue now. This is going to be a 4th on the trot for Brazil. It is. Lovely hammer down the line. And it's no surprise now to see China calling timeout. Well, 2 huge swings in the match. Just when it looked as though Juliana Larissa were having a real off day, then they come and do this. Larissa back on form with a hit right on the money. So then, a couple of minutes ago, it was all going brilliantly. Now they need to react. This is where the mental game becomes important. Something we won't tire of saying as far as Juliana Larissa are concerned. They are the best in the business when it comes to out-thinking and out-toughing opponents as far as the mental game is concerned. So 13-14, set 1 in semi-final number 1. Brazil versus China. Juliana Larissa, the world champions. Favourites just about for Olympic gold next year. Against one of the teams who took bronze last time in Beijing. Yet another point does complete the Brazilian comeback from 5 down. It's looking like China's set. Juliana reaching over again. In the good sense, that is. Zhang Xue still the target. Oh, brilliant stuff on the block. Juliana suddenly turned into the player we all know she can be. The FIVB Swatch World Tour most outstanding player last year. Hangs high. And eye coordination. Zhang's going to hit hard. Well, China in desperate requirement of something like that. Now we're at a game, 15 points apiece. The playing field has been flattened once more. Once more, there's that change on the angle. This time they continue the same sort of direction where it was going all the way, working it from right to left cross court as we looked at it. Instead of changing and hitting on the angle, she went line. That's better. Xue. It's a routine of side out of the last 2 points. 16 points each. We're already getting to that sort of stage where mistakes really do count. Zhang Xue just drops it short. Very, very good serving. Juliana reacted nicely. She's unable to hit the baseline of the court. China about the mistakes. Rather than Juliana just committing one, it's one that's been forced upon them, really. Had to be commended for the way she defended the serve. And there's those double touches we're talking about. Stuff what you think. Not too much argument from Larissa this time. Let's have a look. Ball seemed to be spinning away as it came out of the hands. Clear sign of double contact. This time the setting is better. And the finish matches it. So 17-18. China, though, safe in the knowledge that if they can side out here, they have that magic 2-point advantage. Squeezing it beyond Xue. Really played a hard match against the Brazilian team this afternoon, China. The losers' quarter-final. Salgado sisters beaten 17-15 in a very tight third. If Brazil are going to do it here, looks as though they might well have to go to a third. Yet again, this time in the guise of Juliana Larissa. Had to make that one after getting the touch on the way through first time out. Larissa. Juliana really has to make this, but it's the block that's made by Xue that brings up set point. China having a 5-point lead, blowing it at one stage, but they're back in front again, and will now be serving for the set. Xue down the line. Net touch, Juliana getting a little mixed up there. Miscommunication between the two Brazilians. Eventually it's sorted out. There's still 2 set points to defend for Juliana Larissa. It is Larissa. Need some magic here, Brazil. Xue hits. Chance for Juliana. Well, she set it up nicely. Larissa hammered home. Xue couldn't live with it. Now we're talking. Well, China going to see another sizable lead squeezed out once more. Surely not twice. This World Championship team will come again and again, though. No day back on this occasion. Set point is carried through at the third time of asking. 21-19. Brazil, if they're to reach the final yet again in Orland. They've played in all 3 previous ones, having won 2 and lost 1. Well, they'll have to do it in 3 because China take the first. 21 points to 19. So one of a couple of double touches pulled up in the first set there by the referee. First set there that had a couple of momentum swings in it. 2 big ones, in fact, both for 5 points. China ahead by that amount. Brazil swinging it back almost straight away off a timeout. Perfect demonstration of how to make the timeout work for you. There's a weapon to use in a set. China will be looking to push this on in straight sets, though. They were ahead in Poland. They made the mistake of changing tactics and letting Juliana Larissa back into things. Juliana wide. Referee saw a touch there, and he'll give the point to Brazil. Here was the touch, off the fingertips, in fact, of Xue. I've had a battle this week, China.
Stand so that far.
One apiece then. 3 set matches for China this week. Brazil have only just dropped their first set. Haven't played for much longer than half an hour. It's been turn up and win, quite simply, for the world champion so far. Big test this one, though. Big rivalry they have with the Chinese girls. Demonstrating the fact that Xue dies for everything there before killing the ball stone dead in front of Juliana. China ahead. What a nice way to do it. China got past Kazakhstan, Australia, Germany, and 2 Brazilian teams so far. This is their 3rd consecutive match against the top nation in the history of beach volleyball this week. There might be a few Americans at home disputing that, and of course the medals and the stories in the Swatch Tour history say it all. Brazil have walked off with a majority of them. Set up by Larissa. Juliana the hit, though. Over in 2. Attempted to kill on 2 by Xue. Can't follow it up with a block. Larissa and Juliana have a point back. Squeezing through the gate in the end, off one arm, off the other, and into the sand. Bump high for Xue. Juliana read it well. Larissa's there to finish off, and again they come back. Great character shown by Brazil. Good opportunity that for China to try and assert themselves in the second set, certainly having taken the first. Brazil deny them. At this point, then go to a side change. Juliana delighted to get the point. And it's an attack that wasn't seen too favourably by the referee. Open hand. Too easy to spot the replay. Right under the referee's nose, though. Here is that side change. Brazil from right to left. In red, remember, today. Zhang Xue. He's all over my frustration of the last decision out on the ball there. It worked as well. Worked via the net. Wasn't the most aesthetic of hits. Float serve by Xue. Followed up by the block. Oh, that's good tactics from China. Got Juliana exactly where they wanted her. Floating deep into court. Made sure she had to hit from well behind the net as well. Always giving the blocker that bit more of an advantage. This time it's high setting from Larissa. Almost put a partner in trouble there. It's recovered by Juliana. Well, Larissa's set, not sure if we'll see it here. Just goes a bit wider than Juliana was expecting. It was before that one. The second set, nothing wrong with that one. It's an easy kill in the end. 5-5 though. Float serve down the middle. Husband and wife territory. China don't respond the way they wanted to do. 6-5 Brazil. Those of you tuning in for the second semi-final as well, we'll have Brazil versus USA coming up a little later on. Tarita Antonelli against Misty May and Carrie Walsh. Juliana in the meantime to hit on the angle and open up a lead for Brazil. 7 points to 5. Rising, arching back. No chance for Zhang Xue. Every chance there though, because that's a very, very well left ball. Watched all the way by Xue. Mistake, an unforced one as well. Not the first from Juliana today. Moving back a little. Just trying to pinpoint the ball right in the corner on the angle. She's ended up going 10-15 centimetres too long. Cross-court block signal to Larissa. She's going to block line to Juliana. Hence the reason Zhang Xue was waiting cross-court. Block unsuccessful. Result is a point to Brazil. Zhang Xue rising, hitting right through the ball. That is a super spike if you ever saw one. Well, she's one of the top exponents of the spike. Again, a bit disappointed to see her slightly off form for the majority of this season. We've seen London last week as a huge opportunity to get what will be a prestigious title, despite the lack of any real prize money there, certainly in comparison to the Swatch World Tour. Bump set. Not able to have a real high swing at that. Juliana was there to win the block, but at the second time of asking, it was poked home. They're getting that back. No getting that back whatsoever. Juliana Larissa Xue with all of her might through the ball. Some powerful hits on show here. Two powerhouse teams. Heavyweight to the game, Brazil, China. Xue up against the huge obstacle. Usually is Juliana Larissa Xue. Just a couple of key blocks today. In fact, that one, unsure as to whether she's touched it. I think it's come straight back off the top of the net. Big pointless for China. Either stay in touch with one or go 3 down. Larissa will keep Brazil in it. We'll have another chance, but here comes the Chinese counter-attack. And there's Larissa once more. Nicely done. Needs to be passed. Larissa down the line. This time it's hit home. And a wonderfully contested point is brought to a crushing end. We'll have that for defending. 1, 2, 3's the pass. This is the moment that it's finished. Deadly spiking. Juliana and Larissa will be feeling good on their way back into this match, they'll feel. Remember, they're a set down. Just edged out by 2 points in the first. First set that really was at odds with how they played this week. China in form, great form, without really winning anything for the last few weeks. This week it's been a battle. They're up, but down in the second. Played the final in Klagenfurt. Then this Chinese team beat by Misty May and Kerry Walsh. Played the final in Stade. So final in Sanya. 3 finals, 3 losses this year. The last time they won an event on the Swatch World Tour was in Sanya at the end of last season in October. Followed up their win in Åland. 7 gold medals in total for this Chinese team. Brazil this week, they're going for their 42nd as a team. 10-12, service into Juliana, it's good. But it's even better placed inside it out. Nicely done. Temperature that's dropping as well in the last 10-15 minutes or so. It's really cold here. Not affecting those players, already nice and warmed up. We wanted to keep moving though. Xue hitting right through the ball. Great response by Larissa. She though fails the kill. However, she's been given the point. Touch from China. It's a net touch. It's away for China to retain serve. Just rolled into space. Brazil will have their 3-point lead. They can side out for 4 in fact here. We're on the way to forcing a 3rd set. Larissa's down. Up here to try and get the finish. Very wide, looking for the hit on the angle. First touch just about legal given the fact that it was driven so hard at Xue. Xue was nowhere near it really in terms of making the second touch of the pass. 15-12. Larissa Juliana starting to look a little angry again, which is when they're at their best. No way back from that one though. That really was a thunderbolt. She's improved her spiking this year, Xue. Improved her all-round game, in fact. Was the more inconsistent player of the two last year. Brazil will have another chance with Larissa. Xue's there. It'll be bumped up for her on the left hand here, remember. And a gift in the end. After Larissa's reception, Juliana unable to fill it up. 13-15. There we go. Pouncing on the loose ball to take China back to within 2 points. Well, as you can see, the wind getting up. Not quite Hawaiian weather, despite the flowers. Net serve was not what China needed there. Need a momentum run of points. Good serve by Larissa. Plenty of power in it too. Juliana performs a good defence. That's to be made towards the net and be hit right through the ball by Chen Xue. That's good beach volleyball from this Chinese team. Oh, she had the gate wide open there, Juliana.
Juliana sätter precis in i linjen.
Juliana has the serve back. This is how. Regulation hit on the angle. Normally say she'll put those home all day, but we've seen her perform a couple of unforced errors in those sorts of positions today.
Det blir en nätfull, då får det enkelpoäng till våra kinesiska. Xue i serven.
Nicely placed, really nicely done. Well, Juliana's looking a different player again now. She's shining out quite nicely. 15 as Larissa will take down, chance for a Brazilian counter-attack. Place home, there's only one way we're going here, and that's to 3 sets. 19-15. Not only the score, but the way the body language is looking. China looking like they've already conceded this. Add an ace into the equation and will bring up set point even quicker than they're expecting. Right on the line, as you can see. Perfect placement from Larissa. China, in the meantime, have taken time out. Well, have that one. No comeback there. Crowd slowly rise to their feet. Realisation that it's set point, but also realising that they've got a few seconds before they need to clap on to set point, because China have taken time out. Tactic that's often used if there's still one in the bag. Just try and force the opposing team into a few nerves, make them make the mistake. Brazil, on what is a rare occasion here, just standing still on court, deciding that they don't need to sit down. Crowd, in the meantime, pumping up the volume. Larissa Fronza, cross-court in towards Zhong. Looks to respond and does so. Still a long way to go here though for China. Brazil were in a similar position here in the first set. Pulled it back to a certain extent, but couldn't quite save the set. The wind influencing things. And the block influencing things even further. Nicely done by Chen Xue. Repeat what I said a moment ago, they need a few more of those before Juliana Larissa will really start to worry though. 3 set points still. There's the set. Goes wide and hit home nicely by Juliana. Brazil are back in it, 21-17. It is 1 set apiece, and we're going to a decider to 15 to see which of these two sides will contest the All-In Final 2011. Larissa and Chen going the coin toss that will decide, of course, which side takes service and which side takes which side, in fact. For this third set, side of the court, of course, Brazil, China, and we have Brazil, USA still to come in our second semi-final. Our women's final and bronze medal match to be played tomorrow afternoon. Men's semis to come before the men's final. And both medal matches coming up on Sunday afternoon. That's the schedule here in Orland. Hoping that the sunshine stays along for the ride as well, because it's very much a different atmosphere and a different spin on things. Certainly as far as these guys are concerned, don't want to be sitting out in the cold. They're jogging up and down, keeping warm and enjoying themselves. Which team will have enjoyed this match the most, though? I think that is yet to be decided. Certainly be decided on the score. Number 26 meeting between these two teams. 19 wins for Juliana Larissa, 6 for Chen and Zhang. Larissa serves. Left hand of Zhang Xue. China side out immediately. Good solid start, just to regain a bit of momentum and confidence at the start of this third set. Having lost the second, so often you see the teams that have won the second set go on to push it home in the third. Pump up for Zhang Xue, 2 from 2. The adrenaline's throwing again. Well, looking at the 3-set matches they've played this week, they lost the first set on each and every occasion, in fact. It's the first time they've gone to 3, having won the first set this week, China. It's a different way in terms of their approach. But they free off the spin, and Brazil are going to start thinking about timeout here. They're already arguing with each other. This time it's a block from Chen Xue. And I think they enjoyed it. Set up for Juliana. Pass towards the net, finds Zhang Xue. Juliana finds her blocking form. And Brazil are off and running in this third set. Well, they needed that. Danger running away from them there. Still have 2 points to claw back. Up this towards Zhang Xue. Should just lift it. Again, in a good sense with the roll. Topspin on the ball to kill it before Larissa could get there in the backcourt. Side changes at 5 points in these third sets to 15. 4-1. Chen Xue who served. Well, after the defence flew straight back over the net, Brazil able to set themselves up again and bring Larissa back on to serve. This is how they did it. Juliana putting the ball with the outside of her hand. Husband and wife serve territory, both thinking of going for it. In the end, they just about sorted themselves out in time there, the Chinese. Hit wide. Juliana not having too many problems to roll it down the line there. Oh, it's long. Oh, that is a big, big miss for Chen Xue. Glorious chance to hammer home. Nobody at the net for Brazil. In the end, it's 4-5 when they were hoping it could have been 6-3. So fine are the margins here on the Swatch World Tour. Chen Xue pushed just wide. Doing the business though. Juliana off the block of Chen. Brazil are still there or thereabouts. Zhang takes down. It was a vicious serve. Larissa serving well, in fact, today. One of the few parts of the game that's gone the right way for the Brazilians. Xue aiming for the hand of Juliana there, just in case it was going to fly out. She'll float serve here, but float serve long. Quick call of out for Brazil, just in case the referee and lines people didn't see it. Would have had good eyesight to spot that, though. Well, that's better. That is much better from China, reasserting their authority. Everything about that smash set authority all over it. From the arch, the powerful hit through the ball. Good solid defending by Zhang. Has to improvise a little on the ball to keep it in. Larissa will hit though, no improvisation needed there, just a big old thwack through the ball. So into 1 point again. It's turning into a tense-old affair here. There are generally close matches between these two teams. Not too much to separate them. The wind continues to get up. I hear it in the effects microphones now. The flags are flying quite gracefully above the stadium. Each and every colour of each and every nation being shown.